All right, Ian, get in the truck and get some air conditioning on you. That's what we need more than anything else. Why? We seem to have a large crowd around us.
We always do around this time.
You know, I usually ask a question right about now. Who are we?
PRP!
Who are we?
PRP!
Who are we?
PRP!
I think we know who they are.
I think we do.
Welcome back, Chief Jason Myman. Good to see you again, my friend.
Sir. Good to see you.
It's good. Oh, Mama's in the house.
Mama's in the house, yes.
That's all good.
We are going to party.
I love this.
We are going to party.
I love this, the kickoff of what Pleasure Ridge Park's bringing to the Crusade for Children. If we're going to party.
We're going to party. More to come.
All right, I
got
love hearing
more
it.
to come, so we're going to be here a while.
You know, we've seen you and the Anchorage folks having a little bit of fun. Yeah, okay. That's where we're going to leave it. Look at Daddy Joe over here, too. Joe Bowman's good to see you, brother.
Good seeing you, too.
No, it's been a great rivalry. Bringing back that spirit. Bringing back that energy, that enthusiasm to get out and collect more. And just when people are tired and they're worn out and they're hungry, they just give a little bit more.
I love that.
And that's what we did. So
I love that attitude.
it is.
All right, who are we starting with?
We are going to start with Nate Gravis,
Over here.
EMT, future paramedic, I feel like, and he's gonna kick us off.
All right, for our 2026 business donations, $50, JB's Carpet Barn, $75, Jig's Fruit Market, $78.56, Owen Funeral Home Fountain Money, $80, Automax Service and Repair, $100, A1 Transmission and Auto Repair, $100, Brown's Automotive, $100, Davis BP, $100, Granada Auto Sales, $100, HTA Enterprises, $100, Mill Creek VFW Auxiliary 5421, $100, Mill Creek VFW Post 5421, $100, Pampered Nails, $100, Ultimate Auto Sales, $100, Woody's Auto Sales, $100, Rachel's Creation Station, $200, Big O Tires, $200, Small Batch Concrete, $200, Smooth Finish Auto Collision Repair, $200, West Point Lumber and Hardware, $250, Delbert Mulhall and Sons Incorporated, $250, Kentucky Frame and Axle, $250, Timmy's Auto Wash, $250, Valley Daylight 511, $500, 44 Auto Mart, $500, Bluegrass Lawn and Garden, $500, Owens Funeral Home, $500, Tim's Body Shop, $750, Sin's Body and Paint Shop, $1,000, Cliff Sherry Machine Company, $1,000, Cox's Pharmacy and Hardware, $1,000, Phelps Hardware, $1,500, Jacob's Remodeling, $2,500, Able Construction Company, and $3,000, Dalecore Real Estate Capital. Special thank you to Safety Co. for the 6 message boards for our Crusade for Children drive-through sites. And we have a special message from Cox's Pharmacy. Cox's Pharmacy would like to thank all of the customers for donating their loose change throughout the year, especially Mr. Jim Moberly. We collected $1,000 once again. Thank you to all of our customers and to Mr. Jim.
All right. Thank you. And if you hadn't heard PRPs here, you hear them now, right?
That's right. Jason, what was that amazing vehicle I just saw a second ago in the front?
Polaris. It's a little kind of like side-by-side sort of thing. And it helps us get up in the woods, and we get patients out of remote locations and things like that.
Tight spots, too, that a big vehicle couldn't get. That was pretty cool. All right, who's next for us? All right, welcome.
My name's Chase Druin. I got a in memory of for $100 for Al and Carolyn Basham and George and Betty Seaman. Now I'm going to move on to some in honor ofs. I got $20, Jason Goldsmith from Marsha Reichel. $25 for William Hawk from Helen Hawk. $25 for Alice Falk from Rebecca J. Lawson. $25 to the Norton's NICU team from Gary Wilhelmus. $30 in honor of Palin Dow from Gary and Rebecca Martin. $50 in honor of Brandon and Zach Bishop from Linda Howell. $50 for the Crusade staff from Michael Mandelier. $50 in honor of Carly Ryan Ford from Mo and Susan Ryan. $100 in honor of Matthew, Nancy, and Amanda Robert. $100 in honor of bellflower grandchildren and great-grandchildren. $100 in honor of Jason Goldsmith from Dave Goldsmith retired. $100 in memory of Terry Frizzell and in honor of Matthew and Emily Montgomery. $125 in memory of Bob Houston and in honor of Grace Brennan and the Kennedy Childress, from Barbara Houston. $300 in honor of three beautiful grandsons, Owen, Jeremiah, and Josiah, from Ronald and Karen Devers. $50 in honor of Caden Gravis, from Nicole and Stephen Showen. I have a $550 in honor of our two beautiful souls whose memory continue to shine brightly in the hearts of everyone who knew and loved them, Terry Frizzell and Maddie Frizzell. Terry was the kind of person who brought warmth into every room she entered. Her love was deep, her heart was giving, and her spirit touched countless lives. And sweet Maddie, though her time here was far too short, reminded us all how precious and fragile life truly is. Today, as donations are made and lives are changed through this incredible crusade, we remember Terry and Maddie not only with sadness, but with purpose. From Bob, Shannon, and boys, we have a very special in honor that hits close to home to a lot of us, and it's going to be a total of $1,810 in honor of Scarlett Elder and Olivia Reese for their courageous battles that they've endured from your PRP Fire and EMS family. Then moving on to some special thanks here, I have $118.17 from the St. Peter Picnic, $274.65 from All Good Marketing, $300 from the Victory General Baptist Church, $310 from Dover Chapel, $370 from Greenwood United Methodist Church, $401 from Briargate Presbyterian Church, $439.61 from the Michael Ennis Car Show, $522.63 from Brantley Cisco's Lemonade Stand, $523.87 from Juliana Carmen's Lemonade Stand, $928.41 from our Santa Breakfast, $1,200 Nia and Ava Jackson's Lemonade Stand, $1,237.93 from Logan Starnes Lemonade Stand. We'd like to give special thanks to the Anchorage Middletown community of Norton's Commons for their generous donation of $2,039.79 that we got last night. We got $5,744.76 from Diddles Pay Lake, $12,317.64 from the Okolona Street Rods, and $21,902 from Bluegrass World of Wheels.
Wowzer.
That's it.
Heck, great job. Thank you so much. All right, Jason.
I don't know. Who's next?
Dustin Baker.
Hey,
I got some in memories here. Starting off with $6.94 in memory of Aaron Cockle. We love you and miss you, Claire and Aaron Decker. $10 in memory of Rebecca Stone from Marianne Kappa and Robert Quire. $10 in memory of Martha Ebernez from Wayne Ebernez. $10 in memory of my son-in-law, Christopher Berry, who used to be a member of Pleasures Park and Oklahoma Fire. $15 in memory of Joe and Libby Bray. $20 in memory of Madison Rutledge from Laura. $20 in memory of Ricky Schaffner from Gary L. Vance. $20 in memory of Shirley Ann Shaw Vincent from Tina Fox. $25 in memory of Betty Lee Graham from John Strode. $25 in memory of Charlie Wimsett from Beverly Overstreet. $25 in memory of Trudy Strickland from Deborah Billingsley. $25 in memory of Vincent Smith from Teresa M. Bennett. $25 in memory of Vincent Smith from Sally Gorman. $25 in memory of Kelly McGuffin from the Winchester and McGuffin family. $25 in memory of Dad and Grandpa Mike Sissel from Andy, Hayden, Tasha, Heath, Brantley, Easton, and Nick. $25 in memory of my husband, Walter Deeg, and neighbors, Glenn Archer and Steve Williams from Bonita Deeg. $25 in memory of Addison Miles from Stephanie and Ronald Perez. $25 in memory of Betty and Joyce from Mark and Laura Merkel. $27.22 in memory of Jean and Gertie, JoJo, and Larry Rennert from Deborah Rennert. $30 in memory of Joseph Arnold from Tammy and Stephen Arnold, $40 in memory of Holden James from the Fields, $40 in memory of Ronald Smith from Vicki Gordon, $40 in memory of Mom and Dad, Helen and Jesse Huff, and my sister Joyce Decker from Wanda Cook. $40 in memory of Harley Spencer Jr. from John Strode, $40 in memory of Robert Worth from Donald M. Minich, $50 in memory of Carrie Bobby from Linda and Stephen Bobby, $50 in memory of Charles Spond and Kevin Spond from Karen Huff, $50 in memory of Charlie Bailey from Anthony and Sharon Bailey, $50 in memory of Harry and Gibby Duvall from Terry Mitchell, $50 in memory of Kafir and Ariel Babis from Dorothy and Max McCord, $50 in memory of Liam Conder and Molly Cecil from Norma and James Cecil, $50 in memory of my dad, Ronald K. Heiss, former member of PRP Station 1, $50 in memory of my late husband, Ricky Sparks, $50 in memory of Papa from the Johnsons, $50 in memory of Shirley Richardson from Patty Vanover, $50 in memory of Leo from Mona Phelps, $50 in memory of Ernest Debold from Barbara Debold, $50 in memory of James B. Johnson, JJ and our children, Richard Joe Dake from Mary H. Johnson, $50 in memory of Mr. and Mrs. H.E. Simpson from Bonita Deeg, $50 in memory of AC and Doris Denham from Kathy Ellerkamp, $50 in memory of Carolyn Ann Samuels from Linda Schoen, $50 in memory of George and Faye Ellerkamp from Kathy Ellerkamp, $50 in memory of Jerry Schmucky from Doris J. Schmucky, $50 in memory of Martin Dolly from Kathleen Peters, $50 in memory of Nancy Seymour from Kathy E. Sturgeon, $50 in memory of Earl and Mid Bullard from St. Matthew's Church of Christ Women's Group, $50 in memory of Charles and Georgia Sims, $50 in memory of Bill and Becky Hankins from Amy Hankins, and $50 in memory of Gene Schindelbauer, retired WHS radio employee.
Good lady. Good person. Thank you. Appreciate that. You don't have trouble finding volunteers, do you?
No, sir.
That's
awesome.
That's so beautiful.
Awesome.
That's the Myman way.
That's it. That's it.
Who's next up?
Joe Elder. All right, first I'm going to start out with the $50 in memory of Ben Owens from Joanne Owens, in memory of Albert Reed Sr., memory of Mary Braun, in memory of Robbie Shagine from Terry and Rebecca Shagine, Tom Boisvert from Susan Renner, and then we have a $60 donation in memory of James Jr. and James Sr. from Betty Lucas. Also a $60 donation in memory of Judy Freeman from James and M.E. Berger. $66 in memory of Chris Gosman from Philip and Priscilla Green. We have a $75 donation in memory of Victor and Teresa Jackie Sr., Madeline Logston, Raymond Logston Jr., James Lackey, and Gerald Lackey from Denise Lyons. $90 in memory of to Dom Jewell, or from Dom Jewell to let's back this up. $90 in memory of Tom Jewell from Susan Gunter. Now $100 donations in memory of Bert, Elsie, and Sissy Webb from Craig and Susan Webb, Bobby, Anna Lewis, and Cody Schneider from Joe and Susan George, Brenda Mosser from Frank Mosser, Brian Morgan, Captain John Grady from Monica Eaton, Chief Ernie Bowler, the first volunteer fire chief of Pleasure Park, and his wife Millie, the radio dispatcher. $100 in memory of Dave Mooney from Joe and Diane Vidito. $100 in memory of David Nelly Sr., Gary Nelly, Greg Nelly Sr., Mom, Sarah Gordon, Jean Meredith, Joyce Newman, and Bobby Gordon from Linda Nelly. $100 in memory of Joseph and Bertha Bowman and Russell, Emma, and Chris Wells from Joe and Marie Wells. $100 in memory of Kathy Reynolds Turner from Roy and Robin Reynolds. $100 in memory of Louisville Captain John Grady from Willard and Mary Williams. Mike Sissel, Kenny and Pat Weber from Karen Sissel and the grandkids. Our 8 grandchildren and 2 grandchildren from Jacqueline and Gary Vogel. Patty Browning from Gary Browning. Paula and Carolyn Samuels from Paula Samuels. More $100 donation in memory of from Ray, or to Ray and Mary Welch from Maureen Welch. Richard Sebastian, David and Elaine Dickens. Ricky Wilkins from Janice Wilkins. Ronnie Jupin from Cosmosdale Oral History Project. Tom Ender from Karen Ender. Vincent Smith from Deborah Cornell. Ward Taylor from Mary C. and Mary Pat Taylor. William Piccolo from William Piccolo III, William Brown, and Robert Ashby. Bridget Small from Clarence Horton. Linda Horton from Clarence Horton. Grover Schaffner from Betty Schaffner. Joseph Mooney from Doris J. Mooney. Dorothy Capel from Cindy Capel. The Spawn family from Joyce Spawn. Bob Bodner, Bert and Elsie Webb from Marilyn S. Puckett. Bridget Small from John Renfro. Dennis Wheatley from Pamela Wheatley. Don and Mary Ann Richardson from Mary S. Johnson. Gene Cotner from Rhonda M. Cotner. Glenn A. Kirby from Norma June Kirby. John Roy from Michael Mitchell. Margaret Bruce from Rhonda Henry. Sergeant Aaron Michael Cockrell from Don Settle. Mildred Brown and Myrtle Humphrey from Jamie and Gerald Vance. Brian Morgan and Aaron Snoz Cockrell, truly missed from Easy. $100 memory of my mom, Beverly Elder, beloved by many and missed by all. And last, my grandmother, Norma Worth, for $100.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that so much. All righty, Chief.
Captain Devin Herbs.
Hey, Cap.
Pretty good. All right, some more memories here. $100 donation for H. Ryan from Daniel Ryan. $100 in memory of Gary Frank Jr. from Gary and Terry Frank. $100 from Ron House and Emily from the House family. $100 James, Helen, Portman, Ernest, and Elizabeth Taylor, Bill Taylor, Pat Boyd, James Portman Jr., Tina Howard, and Vicki Taylor. Another in memory for $100 for Vincent Smith, Brian Morgan, and Aaron Cockrell, all members of our department who have unfortunately passed, from Chief Bowman and his wife Jill Bowman. Russ and Sally Bell, from Russ, Becky, and Jennifer, $100. $100 in memory of my grandparents, Donnie and Jan Herms, from my family, Aunt Robin, my dad David, my uncle Mike, and from all of our grandchildren, Kristen, Amanda, myself, my brother Chase, Mike, and Austin, and the great-grandchildren, obviously, Dominic, Maverick, Demi, Beck, Aiden, Bryn, Emma, Riley, and my soon-to-be baby girl coming, which we have not released the name yet, so that's
Baby girl, though.
Yeah, it is another girl dad, 3 all the way. $100 in memory of for Lewis Mullins. $100 in memory for Mom, Alice Coy, from Clarence and Sharon Thompson. Another $100 in memory for Vincent Smith from the Rogers family. $100 from Albert Paul Sr., Albert Paul Jr., Kathleen Paul, and Ricky Paul, from Kevin and Sharon Robinson. $100 from Gerald Davis Sr., Meg Green, Jack, Beatrice and Claire, Jackie Burleson, Roger and Cheryl Ridenauer, Helen and Ronnie Jupin, and Mark Green, from Gerald, Tammy, and Ryan Davis. $100 from Shannon Pipes, from Deborah and Tony Davis. $100 in memory for Tommy Wright, from Pamela Wright. $100 in memory of Frank Schmidt, from Betty Duckworth. $100 in memory of Amanda and Teresa Baker, from Roger and Teresa Baker. $100 in memory of Mom Maggie Stinson, as they celebrate her 100th birthday this year. From Bertie, Artie, Richard, Susan, and Karen. $100 in memory from Josh Turner, from James and Michelle Bowen. Page. $100 in memory of Michael Morgan. $110 in memory of Scott Bryant, from Douglas Bryant. $110 in memory of Joe Savage, from Geneva Lee and Clay Savage. $125 in memory of Bertha, James, Floyd, and Jimmy McCubbin, from Ann McCubbin. $125 in memory of our grandson Benjamin Lee Clem, for love, Grandma and Grandpa. $150 donation in memory of Ethel Lucian, from Thomas and Carol Brown. $150 donation in memory of Sweetie, Bad Boy, Barbara O'Kee, from Leslie Ryan. $150 donation in memory of Billy Adams, from Barbara and Robin Adams. $150 in memory of Norma and Shirley Singleton, from Veronica and Diane Seeger. $200 donation in memory of Bud Webb, from William and Sandra Mullins. $200 donation in memory of David Turner Jr. and Pamela Dirk Turner. $200 in memory of Doris D. from Barbara Mattingly. $200 in memory of J.W. Glands Morris, James Mary Rose Aller, from Audrey Daughtry and Calvin Aller. $200 in memory of Paul Metz Jr. from Carol Metz. $200 in memory of Richard Medley and Helen and Ronald Jupin. We love you and miss you from Fred, Becca, Tyler, and Michelle. $200 in memory of Susan May from Tracy and Troy Clark. $200 in memory of Sheridan Pierce and Stevie Pierce. $200 in memory of Betty Lee Graham and Gregory Greenwood. $200 in memory of Geo Parker from Martha Skaggs. $200 in memory of Joe and Sarah Fowler from Teresa Mayfield. $200 in memory of Robert Worth from Ken and Debbie Hodge. $200 in memory of Jess Carroll and Larry McAllister from Sharon and Wayne McAllister. $200 in memory of Jeff Roderer from Ron and Cheryl Roderer. $200 in memory of Gloria Smith from Gina Williams. $250 in memory of Dieter Brown. $250 in memory of firefighter Leslie Prather and Ryan from David and Mary Reichelt. I knew I was going to mess that up. And then finally, $200 in memory of William Brown Pointer from Captain Herms and Major Baker.
Thanks so much.
Good job, Deb. We're almost there. We're almost there.
Okay.
All right.
Who's next up?
Captain Frazier.
Hey, Cap. Good to see you, bud.
How you doing?
Welcome back to the Crusade. Appreciate the year-long work.
No problem. I want to apologize for the smell. I don't know if it's perspiration or the creek water I got on me last night. So I got a couple of Venmos I want to read off here real quick. This is in recognition of my dad, Joe Frazier, which is me, and everyone at PRP that volunteers their time every year for my daughter Faith.
Isn't that great?
Yep. Then I've got $40 in honor of my brother Joe Frazier, a dedicated firefighter, and in support of the children and families served by the Crusade for Children, from my sister Destiny and her husband Damien and daughter Lucy. And I've got $73 for the 73rd Crusade in memory of my father, Darrell Frazier Sr., who was a former PRP firefighter, gave countless hours to the Crusade for Children from the Frazier family.
Beautiful.
Thank you. All right, try to go through these real quick. These are all in memories of. So I got $300 in memory of Joseph Butch Sheppers from the Sheppers family. $300 for Leslie Ann Nichols and Norman Nichols from Sharon Nichols. $300 from Mackenzie DeLure from Steve Ian Pierce. $300 for retired Chief Vincent Smith, Deputy Chief Brian Morgan, and Aaron Snoz Cockrell from Joe and Roberta Bowman. $330 for Bridget Ann Small from Douglas Horton, Stanley, and Darlene Hatfield, Leonard Baker, Laura Vincent, and David Huber. $400 for Ella Ralph from Joe and Rita Covert. $500 for Jimmy McCubbins. He passed away on 2/2/26 and loved the Crusade, from Mary Doris McCubbins. $500 Ron and Russ Mulvaney from 44 Auto Mart. $500 for Vincent Smith from Ronnie and Beth Bishop. $500 for Ray and Beverly Flannery from Janine Hickerson. $500 for Rudy Lunsford, from Janice Lunsford. $613 for William, Viola, and Patricia from Barbara Stinger. $700 for Brianna Jean McCauley, love Mom, Dad, Chase, and Bob Tanner. $750 for Agnes Watts. $800 for Ella Mae Whitehead from Janet and Dennis Roberts. $1,000 from Clyde Hertwick from Pamela Hertwick. $1,000 for Tom Boisford from Tom and Lori Boisford. $1,000 for Brian Jr. Weeks, Tony Jett, Sheila White, Tricia Weeks, and Frank Jett from John and Mary Weeks. $1,500 for O.C. Atkins from Wanda McCord. $2,000 for Paul Satel from Martin Seidler. $2,000 for Ed and Dorothy Bottom from Kathy Bottom. And got one more. Donation in memory of my husband, Larry Payne. He loved working with South Dixie Fire Department during Crusade Week. Also for my 4 healthy grandchildren, Colby, Caleb, Kaylee, and Jackson, 2 who were in the NICU unit. Thanks to everyone who donates to the Crusade, from Karen Payne.
Beautiful. Thanks, Cap. Appreciate you, bud.
All right. I've got a few in memory ofs that are near and dear to my heart. $500 in memory of John Lundergan, who was a captain in Lake Greenwood Fire Department. From Khaki, Deanna, Pam, Sammy, John Jr., Tracy and David, Debbie, and all the grandchildren and great-grandchildren. In memory of Joan Mertz, my aunt, $100 from Dave Mertz and family. $100 from Kathy, Heather, and Scotty, and $100 from Dennis, Jean, and the family. In memory of Cora K. Mattingly, our tiny little guardian in heaven.
I know.
$650 from Mommy, Daddy, Big Brother Carson, Grammy, Pawpaw, Aunt Mimi, Jason, Tanner, Riley, Aunt Allie, Uncle Jojo, Mason, Jax, Bentley, Aunt Babby, Uncle Will, and Levi.
Good work, Chief.
Now my dad. $200 in memory of Captain Eddie Joe Myman. $200 from the Reynolds family. $25 from Betty Dwyer. $100 from Dennis and Jean Myman and family. $100 from Kathy, Heather, and Scotty. $100 from Paul Myman. $75 from David Mertz and family. $100 from Jason, Emily, Nicholas, and Caitlin. $100 from Jody, Shannon, Zach, Kara, Josh, Wes, and Bonnie. And then $77.77 from his pride and joy for life, Mama Lynn.
Your daddy-o was such an important part of this crusade. He taught you and your brother, your whole family,
He did.
all about this mission.
That's right. It's awesome. Now, it takes an army to do what we did, right?
Yeah.
And the army's behind us. The army is out there. But you got to feed that army.
Feed the army.
You got to feed the army, right? So, Miss Karen Herms, who is our auxiliary
Come on
president,
over, Karen.
is going to talk about all the food we had to eat this week.
Hey, Karen, welcome back.
And it's a lot of food. We can't do it without our restaurants and businesses. Just can't. They support us so much, and they just keep giving and giving. And when we run short on a couple nights, because we're expecting 30, 40 people, and we have 85 show up, it's like, oh, we got to get food. And they jump right in and give us more. But we want to thank Arby's and PRP, Arby's and Valley, Brookdale, Burger King on Greenwood, Burger King on Dixie Valley, Bud's Tavern, China Dragon, Chick-fil-A, Christie's, Cluckers, Dairy Queen on Dixie and Flyerville, Fazoli's, Gorilla Bob's, Indy's, Khalil's, La Coretta, Lee's Chicken, Lindsay's Kitchen, Mark's Feed Store, McAllister, that lovely sweet tea that everybody has drank for a week, McDonald's, Dixie and Ashby, McDonald's at Dixie and Flyerville, MG Primetime, Mike Lennings, Moby Dick's, Penn Station, Qdoba, Raising Cane's, Rallies. We have 3 locations, one on Dixie, one on Cane Run, and one on Taylor Boulevard. Roosters, Smoothie King, Subway, Dixie and Ashby, Subway and PRP, Texas Roadhouse, Tumbleweed, Valley Dairy Freeze, White Castle's, The Fill-In Station, Wingstop, Zaxby's, King Donuts, Donut Express, Thornberry Bakery, Daddy Vic's Soul Food, Victoria's Catering, Annie's Pizza, Bonnie and Clyde's Pizza, Derby City Pizza on Greenwood. Thank you, Graham, for filling in on the extra. Derby City, Dixie Valley, Domino's, Little Caesars on Dixie, Hideout Pizza, Marco's Pizza, Mr. Gaddy's, Papa John's. They fed us for like 4 nights. L&N Credit Union, Dizzy Whiz, GFS, Walmart Marketplace, Kroger's, Fiero Group, Safety Co. for their message boards. Just want to thank you to all my auxiliary members and crew and everybody that's helped. Couldn't do it without them.
They come through, and you keep getting volunteers every year. Some people tell us they have a harder time, not you.
And if you walk away hungry, I don't know where you were at.
Thanks, Karen.
Thank you.
We ate a lot of pizza. We ate a lot of pizza.
It sounds like it.
We ate a lot of pizza. Next thing I want to talk about is our 75th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So we had a great celebration back in September. Pleasure Ridge Park in existence of 75 years that encompass Lake Dreamland, Dixie Suburban, South Dixie, Pleasure Ridge Park. Who am I missing? That's it. So along with that, we purchased all of the challenge coins for all of our members, and I'd like to present the two of you all with our set.
Wow.
So this is our 75th commemorative challenge coins. That in the center you see the Pleasure Ridge Park 75th anniversary, and then all the fire departments that is now is represented.
I got you.
For Pleasure Ridge Park. So
Dude, that is
75 years and 70 years collecting for the Crusade for Children.
That's very kind.
Proud. Yes, sir.
Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much. We really appreciate that. Thanks, man. We got a present.
That never happens. I'm going to keep this. Yeah, thank you.
Wowzer. That is really touching. Thank
Now,
you.
along with that, challenge coins. We all know what challenge coins are for, right? We have a very beautiful challenge coin rack sitting down in front of us that was generously donated by Mr. Dave Goldsmith himself.
Hey,
who
Chief.
He has done
retired-
absolutely beautiful
Retired
work
High
on
View
these.
Chief,
Yeah.
and then he has also donated all of his proceeds of this towards Pleasure Ridge Park. So we're very grateful for that, and I believe we're ready to draw on who the winner is going to be.
Come on over here, Chief. Hey, Dave, it's good to see you again, buddy. Thanks for all your years of crusading, too, and that you're still working hard.
You got a shot.
Is that your granddaughter?
My great-granddaughter.
Great-granddaughter.
She was going to draw the
She's going to stand right here.
Offered to drawing my name.
Would you mind reaching in there and just grabbing one piece of paper? That would be great. Thank you for doing that, Angel.
Jason Mime.
Just one. Just one. It says Dana.
Oh my God.
Is it Dana Frost?
Dana
His
Frost.
own daughter? Dana Frost is in the audience. She is a Metro Safe call taker and dispatcher, who we know very well here at WHAS. I swear I watched it, though. There are a lot of different names in that pot.
They're not all Dana Frost. No, they're not.
All right, congrats, Dana. Gift from Dad.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's all.
The total of all the tickets that he sold was $1,105.
Great work, Dave. Thank you. Thanks, buddy.
Before we get to some totals, I'll pass it over to Captain Jupin, who is going to read why we're here.
Okay, I love the sound of that. Hey, Cap, welcome up.
All right. Let me get this letter out here. All
I
right.
recognize that logo.
Yes,
Mike
you do.
Lennox, baby.
Mike Lennox Restaurant is pleased to once again support the Crusade for Children along with the hardworking efforts of the Oklahoma Street Riders and the Pleasure Ridge Park Fire Department and its dedicated Ladies Auxiliary. We are pleased to report another great year of donations. Thanks to all who participated and contributed at our Heart Rod Cruise Night in October, our Halloween party, purchased our Rod Run calendars, and attended our car shows. Thanks to our vendors who contributed prizes for our raffles and all our bands who performed at the car shows. Everyone has enjoyed the great music. As a family-owned and operated business since 1925, Mike Lennox Restaurant is proud to support such a vital local fundraising effort. It has helped many in our own family again and again, and we are especially grateful to our loyal customers and employees for their generous support of the Crusade. We dedicate our efforts in memory of Bill and Dorothy Lennig, along with Lynn and Juanita Lennig, in whose footsteps we continue to follow. With love and continued support, Bill, Nancy, and Teresa Lennig. With this letter, we are including checks to make our grand total for the 2026 Crusade for Children $10,045.
Way to go. That's fantastic.
Here comes the tough one.
We love the fish. We love the fish.
Yeah.
But Fred is also going to read the dedication for us for PRP.
Very good.
Many years ago, back in the 90s when I started collecting, I met a couple of majors on my very first day. And they were a little worn out from their night of collecting at the local bars, and maybe a fire run or two they made in between. Me being the young kid there and a couple of my buddies that were there with me, asked them to go out and wash their car for them just so we can get out of their hair. So this is in memory of retired Chief Vincent Smith. We're going to dedicate our collections this year, our collection efforts to him. He was instrumental in past crusade collections. He led South Dixie's crusade efforts for 3 years, and total amount raised was $141,673.55. The Pleasure Ridge Park Fire District he was in charge of from 2006 to 2017 for 11 years of service. The total amount raised during his tenure as PRP's fire chief was $3,447,264.88.
Wow. Big Chief Vincent.
It was, man.
He's a mountain of a man.
He was. I could talk for years about memories of being out and collecting with this guy. He always cared about his community. The community always surprised him along with our volunteers.
He'd always walk in here and just give me that look like, we done good, Terry.
That he would. All right, with that, I believe I'm going to toss it back to the Chiefs here and let them finish up.
Thanks so much.
A couple more things. All right, a few shout outs. One is to Shane with Shane's Window Tinting. He graciously donated his golf cart for some of our members to be able to go to and from some facilities while they were doing the drive-throughs. We've got a few members that are out and about that we need a little shout out to. Olivia and Scarlett, near and dear to our heart. Hang in there, stay strong, and get healthy. And the last shout out is to JD. JD, I know you're watching. You're going through some stuff right now, but hang in there and we'll get you out of the hospital.
There you go.
There you go. Last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to turn it over to my right-hand man right here, is the gracious donation from Shirley's Way. Where's Miss Wendy at?
Right here.
We could not be where we're at without Shirley's Way. Everyone in this audience, everyone in the community knows exactly what Shirley's Way does, and they only continue to contribute everything that they can. They've contributed huge to the Pleasure Ridge Park Crusade effort, and I really do want to thank them personally, and I think she has a check that is going to go on behalf of Pleasure Ridge Park from Shirley's Way. So if you'd like to show that, display that, we really are happy.
This looks kind of sweet. I do believe that says $50,000.
So a big shout out to Mike and his team. I know Mike can't join us today, but we're very happy with Shirley.
Thanks, Wendy. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. We're honored.
That is quite nice.
Thank you all very much.
Wow. Well, we appreciate the gifts too, Jason.
Well, it takes a good person to lead all this, right?
Well,
and here he is, Colonel Bowman. He's our crusade coordinator, and he's going to bring us home.
Come on over here in the middle.
He came by it honestly. There's his pop over there, and
absolutely
the Bowman family, again, like the Mymans, you're just like pillars of the crusade. So what happened? What did this guy teach you when you were a little bitty kid? We're crusading, right?
Exactly. I've been riding a fire truck all my life, collecting money for these children. And just like these little kids down here, that was me a long time ago, right?
Right.
And
Look at your dad over there grinning.
So we are very happy that we have all of these help, all of our folks that help us collect this, because we couldn't do it without any of them. And hopefully we can keep growing our efforts. With that being said, again, we're doing this in memory of Chief Vincent Smith. As he was a pioneer with the crusade as well through his 11 years here. Are we ready? I think we got to do some
let's do. We're gonna shout that after we tell everybody what you're about to do, because I think they're gonna get bowled over by what you're about to say. Okay. So let me give you a little setup here.
So, okay, hold on. Just before we get to that. When I talk about in memory, we set a goal this year of $335,022.01.
Oh, there's no way you could have reached that. I mean, that's astounding.
It is astounding, and I'm happy to tell you all we passed that.
Okay, that's good. He's already put us in the ballpark. So for the 73rd WHAS.
Tell them why.
Why?
That goal.
We set that goal for Chief Vincent Smith, who was 3501 at South Dixie and 2201 at Pleasure Ridge Park. Right, so that's where the numbers came from.
I got you.
But I'm sure he would be happy with us surpassing that number.
I think he would be.
I think he would be, too.
Absolutely. So for the 73rd WHAS Crusade for Children, from the fire department that started the whole rivalry among fire departments, your grand total is $
$345,788.71.
$345,788.71 from PRP. So let's shout one more time. Who are we?
PRP!
Hi, Dawn.
Hi.
Who are we? Number one.
That is awesome. Hi, Dawn. Welcome back.
Oh my gosh. And with that astounding number, this department has surpassed cumulatively to do this twice in one day. Oh my gosh. $10 million.
There you go.
10 million. That's a big number, right? So, strive for 11 now.
I think we have to take the Chief's cue to close this out instead of saying PRP. Well, why don't we say, who are we? PRP number one. Let's do it that way, okay?
He's jumping the gun there.
Who are we? PRP number one. Who are we?
PRP number one.
Who are we?
PRP number one.
Terry, have you noticed our tote board? We have surpassed last year's total already.
Beautiful. Let's all read the total together at this hour at the WHAS Crusade for Children. So far collected,
$5,896,641.15.
Thanks, dude. Thank you. Thanks, brothers. Thank you all. It's great. Joe, good to see you.
Thank you, PRP.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it, Joe. All right.
All right, we've got some more firefighters that we want to give a shout out to over with the Harrison Township from our Cordon remote. Let's see what they're doing.
Welcome back to Cordon, Indiana. This 73rd WHAS Crusade for Children. We're out at John Jones Auto Group with the Harrison Township Fire Department. Sergeant Matthew Baker is joining me here today. He's been on the force 3 years and worked in exercise physiology beforehand.
Yes, sir.
Does that benefit you at all when you're here at the fire department?
Absolutely. It's a highly physical, demanding job.
Yeah, and you guys really hit it hard, you know, the week before Crusade, out doing the collections. It's a little bit warmer today than it was about a week ago when you were doing collections.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a pretty good week. It was nice and cool. We were at our four-way stops and our roadblocks. We collected our fair share.
Yeah. What are the conversations like when you're out there? You know, this is one of those opportunities for people to see you outside of the emergencies, you know?
It's always great to interact with community in a positive way. We get an opportunity to smile, to be out there, to shake hands, and just thank the community. So it is unique in that way, and it's very fulfilling.
Yeah. And so you've got a list of people who, did you do any door-to-doors for some of these?
We did. We drive around the town of Corridon, and we do door-to-door, and we do a fair amount of collection there, but the majority of it comes from our roadblocks.
Majority comes from the roadblocks. Okay. Well, we do want to give the shout-outs where they're due. Anything you want to add before we get started with those?
We would like to give special thanks. Harrison Township Fire Department would like to give special thanks to our local restaurants for their generous donations and support of our community. Those restaurants are Cracker Barrel, Beef O'Brady's, Jimmy John's, Lee's Chicken, Rita's Tacos, White Castle, Cluckers, the Notorious PIT. Thank you.
The Notorious PI. I'm assuming that's a barbecue place? Yeah. Very cool. We've got Rita's Tacos actually out here today at John Jones Auto Group if you want to stop by. The food that fuels the firefighters is really like the driving force behind a lot of those roadblocks that you're talking about.
Absolutely. It's a lot of time out in the sun. It's very hot. It's great to be able to come back and not have to make dinner and have that supplied and supported for us.
Yeah, right on. You want to go ahead and get started with the names, Matthew?
Absolutely. So we have Marquita Graff donated $100. Corridon Elementary donated $419.44. David and Beverly Edwards donated $25. Raymond John's Company donated $100. Kathy Schaefer donated $50. David Dillman and Kettleman Trust donated $3,000. Danielle and Nana Smith donated $20. Larry and Sandra Martin donated $200. John and June Purcell donated $200. Deborah Mathis donated $100 in memory of Jesse and Barbara Mathis. Donna Merck donated $150. Melvin Shoemaker donated $200 in memory of Sharon Shoemaker. Roger and Kimberly Stewart donated $100. Best Built Doors donated $50. Alvin and Joyce Smith donated $100 in memory of Donald Salman. Gary and Sharon Hinkle donated $100. Owen and Patty Toller donated $100 in memory of Donald Salman. Michael Frederick donated $25. Donna and Jake Rose donated $100 in memory of Donald Salman. Thomas and Karen Stribby donated $30. Dale and Karen Lopp donated $50 in memory of George Hannell Sr. Donna Helbig donated $25. Thomas and Phyllis Tucker donated $200.
Still chugging along here.
Yeah. Jackie June donated $100. Timothy Shoemaker donated $100. Linda Wiseman donated $50. Marty and Deborah McClanahan donated $100 in memory of Jacob McClanahan. Janet Frederick donated $50. Ronald and Cecilia Emmons donated $100 in memory of Keith Conway. Sharon and Elizabeth Mizzle, they donated $100 in memory of Corey and Ben Mizzle. Kim Sweezy donated $10. Kathy Byerly donated $100 in memory of Ferry Byerly. Lawrence and Mary Hadley donated $26, and Alan Hess donated $25. Our grand total donations was $17,503.66.
$17,503.66. Give yourselves a round of applause, seriously. Especially since, like you said, most of that money is coming in from the roadblocks. You know, those are the ones that you got to work for, you got to melt on the blacktop for.
Absolutely, absolutely. But we enjoy it. We're glad to be out there.
Yeah. Have you ever seen, you know, kind of the ripple effects of this money out in the community before?
So I've spoken to a lot of people that have had the opportunity to take advantage of the Crusade money. They're incredibly grateful for the opportunity that it gives them for their children. It's a great thing to see.
Yeah, when people donate, you know, it really makes this world a better place. It really makes a lot of people's lives who are really struggling, you know, just a little bit better in their time of need. But all that money's not official until we tip a couple of the buckets. So do we have anybody who's ready for that today? We could use just a little bit of help. You all right, buddy? Okay. And then we just dump it right inside. Ready to hear it. There we go. Let's see it fly. Can you do this one? There we go. Do it together. That's right. There we go. One more round of applause if we can. Thank you very much. $17,503.66 from the Harrison Township Fire Department here in Corden. You can donate to make that difference. It's 582-7511 if you want to call in, or you could visit WHAScrusade.org to donate there. Pull out your phone. There's a QR code on your screen. You can scan that and pay through PayPal, Apple Pay, Venmo, Cash App. This money will reach a child in need in Kentuckiana. 100% of every single dollar you give goes to them. You can make that difference today. We'll see you back here in Corden in just a little bit.
Yeah, what an amazing day we've had thus far on the WHAS Crusade for Children. All these fire departments coming through. Our folks scattered hither and yon to talk to other groups all around the area.
And you know we're coming to a close when you see Fern Creek Fire.
Yeah.
Mess here.
Because the creek is rising. Absolutely. That's what they do out there. The creek is rising again. Good to see Fern Creek in here and all these familiar faces. I see Kevin over there. He was with us earlier today. I see Kelly Knoop over there. We've got a lot of our Crusade heroes around here. And we're closing out with Fern Creek's Fire Department tonight, who always come in strongly. Scott, nice to see you.
You as well. We have actually come in strong again this year.
We want to hear it.
Up over about 10%, so super excited about that.
How are you doing in terms of staffing? Are you doing well at Fern Creek?
Oh, our staffing is phenomenal. So we have a great group of people that are there every day. But for Crusade, unbelievable how many people come back and actually support such a great cause. So,
all right, it's a great part of the area, Fern Creek. Everybody's proud, and we're so glad that you guys come in to help close the show every year.
Absolutely. You know, I'm extremely proud to be the chief of Fern Creek Fire and EMS, one of the greatest fire departments in the state of Kentucky. I say it all the time. Our job is to serve our community, serve each other, and this is a phenomenal example of a way that we can serve such a great cause. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention a couple of things. I do want to give a special mention to 3 members of our department who are fighting some medical issues. So Chuck Bauer, Joyce Shelton, and Jim French, you're in our thoughts, you're in our prayers. They are very much part of the crusade every single year. I know them not being here, it just hurts. So we're very much praying for them. I do want to give, and this hurts me a little bit, I do want to give a special shout out to PRP. So, you know, it really pains me to say that, but the number they just brought in is phenomenal.
Isn't that crazy good?
It is phenomenal. So kudos to them for another exceptional year.
There's a lot of love and the fraternity among the departments, too.
It absolutely is. But it appears as they surely have found a way to beat our total.
Surely
found a way to beat our total.
You got any new equipment we're seeing rolling down the road? What's up here? That's a heck of a...
Yeah, we are very proud of, obviously, we serve both fire and EMS to our community. So we have a lot of nice
heck
apparatus.
of a parade. You got good equipment. Great stuff.
Very nice.
People in Fern Creek.
The last thing I want to do before I pass it off to Captain Andy Oates, who is our crusade coordinator, is this gentleman right here, Deputy Chief Dave Stahl. Dave has announced his retirement, but this is just not a normal retirement. Dave has served the Camp Taylor and Fern Creek communities for 50 years.
I know.
50 years. And that's not as a pay position, that is volunteering. So as an honor of that, once we get to it, Dave's actually going to give Fern Creek soda.
Very good. Okay, good.
So that's all I have. I'll pass it off to our crusade coordinator, Andy Oates.
Okay, Andy, step in, brother, right over here with Brooke. There you go.
All right. I see this sign here says, call please and add to PRP fire. Can we get that changed? No, I'm going to read the in honor of. So I've got $100 in honor of Arthur Hawkins from Judy England, Patty Davis and Diane Moore Dance from Robin Collier, 3 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren from Barbara A. Miller, Jane Ford from Clarissa Smith, Joe Dosker Jr. from Lucy Dosker, Dave Stahl from Cynthia Fanning, Kevin Adams from Paul Adams, Stephen Seabury and Debbie Rapley from Nora Cute, Kevin $150 in honor of Kevin Adams from Robin Engel, $200 in honor of 7 grandchildren, Bryce, Brinley, Ellie, Emerson, Delkin, Roland, and Theo from Murray and Janet Dozer. $200 in honor of Kevin Adams from All American Windows. The last minute here, $100 in honor of James and Susan Hyde from Isaiah Hyde. In honor of $200 in honor of Major Roland B. Hurley, Camp Taylor Fire Department, Myrtle Hurley, Camp Taylor Fire Department Auxiliary, Diana Hurley, Donald E. Hurley, United States Marine Corps, Mary Ann Cook, Lorraine Knight Evans, and Justin Lewis, Gary Prevost, William Smith, Marion, Lorraine Floor from Ronald Hurley, Julia Berry from Nora Cute, $300 in honor of Mike Ackerson from Nora Cute, Kevin Adams from Sharon Lear, $450 in honor of our grandchildren from Barry and Michelle Hindman, $500 in honor of Joyce Shelton from the staff at Fern Creek Fire and EMS, $800 in honor of 8 grandchildren from Warren and Gay Miller, $3,400 in honor of Kevin Adams from Susan Clone. And I'm going to hand it to Rob Dwyer. He's going to give our memory of.
Hey, Rob, good to see you again, buddy.
Gary.
Always good to have you
Good
here,
to see
brother.
you. Good to see you. I'm doing well.
You worked a lot of crusades for us, too. And,
Yes, sir.
and as a leader, and thank you for all
Yes, sir.
that,
Thank
too.
you, sir. This is my 34th year, so thank you.
Betcha.
All right, I'm going to start out with, I want to thank all the fire and EMS crews at Fern Creek for their dedication and hard work this last week. We couldn't have reached our lofty goal without their help. Our thoughts and our prayers are with Joyce Shelton with the Fern Creek EMS administrative staff. She's recovering from a medical issue. She spent several decades helping Highview and Fern Creek with the crusade, and today she's watching from afar. So, Miss Joyce, get better. We also had to bring the B team to the money room since our longtime leader, Chuck Bauer, is being treated for a medical issue in Florida. We want these two to heal very quickly. So those are shout out right there. Special events, everybody knows Miss Kate. She hosts our Frogtown Hop.
Yeah, look
oh,
at
wait
that.
a minute, we got an interruption here.
Interruption time.
Little
That's all
interruption
good.
here.
Creek's rising, right?
All right, so this is, thank you, sir. Thank you, Chief. So I started a little thing with PRP, told them that they need to get their life jackets because the creek is rising. And so thank you, Chief. Now I'm safe. Thank you, PRP, for making me safe. I appreciate that. All right, so Miss Kate's Frogtown Hop brought in $4,805.20.
Nice job, Kate.
The Highview Community Car Festival Car Show brought in $3,424.38. The Kentucky Derby Raffle brought in $2,800. Donations from the Highview Hardware can on their counter is $225. Wawa's Hoagies for Heroes brought in $1,000. St. Patrick's Day with New View Bar and Grill brought in $685. Triple Crown Runs brought in $3,200. Diane Moore Dance Studio, bless them, $19,583.50. Kyle Adams, we know Kyle over there, Kevin Adams. Kevin's right over there. $13,062.29 he collected this year, isn't he? Special shout out to Louisville Sporting Goods for helping us out with our shirts this year. So, in memories of David Stout, longtime member of Fern Creek Fire Department, his wife put in memory of David Stout $5. Polly McCory Perkle in memory of Marlene Road for $10. Inez Brooks in memory of Bobby Hostclaw for $20. The next several are going to be for $25. Edna Johnson in memory of Norma Shipley. Anita Kolb in memory of Donnie Myers. Donald Doris in memory of Dennis and Phyllis Smith. Richard Johnson in memory of Michael Lemon. Patrick Reardon, hate to hear this, in memory of Buchel Fire Department. Sherry Barton in memory of Owen and Shirley Craigmile. Paula McCorkle in memory of Marlene Road. Dolores McCrawley in memory of Bill Henson. Patricia Eppinghoff in memory of Martha Ebernez. Diane D. Kramer in memory of Chief Tinsel Roman. Mary A. Ford in memory of Lawrence and Mary Ford. And that one says Jerry. I'm not sure who that was. So Dudley Young in memory of Tom Bovair Sr. for $25. Val Downs in memory of Charlie Wimsat for $30. Mark Gleaves in memory of Marjorie Wallace Gleaves, $40. Jeff Snyder in memory of Adam Troutman, $50. These next ones are all $50. Cheryl and Andy Oates in memory of Rick Oates and Cindy Presta Giacomo, Howard and Dolores Wildner. Lula Reynolds in memory of Key Moore. Melva Garr in memory of Charles Garr. Michelle Holmes in memory of Marlene Road. Cassie Vogades in memory of former Fern Creek Fire Department Chief Glenn Vogades. Donald Shear in memory of Margaret Shear. Patricia Kircher in memory of Sarah McGee. John Baines in memory of Kathy Diebold. Kelly Knoop in memory of Kenneth White Sr. Mary Retwood in memory of Bill Henson. Carla Moorman in memory of Loretta Stewart. All right, still on $50. Claudia Schindler in memory of Albert Al Oswald. Philip Smith in memory of Tom Bovair. Linda Thomas in memory of Thelma Ruth Tunk Jenkins. Mrs. Tunk, her son was a longtime member of Fern Creek who died in the line of duty. So Marilyn Nation in memory of Thelma Tunk Jenkins. Lynn Ware in memory of Thelma Tunk Jenkins. Balua Presbyterian Church in memory of William Sid Anderson. Terry and Kenneth Koppel in memory of Chad Koppel. Linda Stevens in memory of all of our children born and unborn. Jerry and Judith Coons in memory of Paul Coons. Christine and Samuel Fedora in memory of Teresa Fedora. $75 in Joanne Wood in memory of Hobart Woody Wood. Christy Adams Sweezy and Samantha Adams. Gary and Sandy Albritton in memory of family members that have gone on before us for $75. Kenneth Craigmile in memory of Owen and Shirley Craigmile for $100. The Chambers family in memory of Bobby Chambers, $100. The Chambers family in memory of Fern Creek Fire Department Chief Tinsley Roman. Catherine Elder in memory of Martha Brennan, these are all $100. Richard and Virginia Willis, Harold Emery. Kenneth Baines Sr. in memory of Highview Major Kevin Baines, car 1105. BFD retired Chief Rick Harrison, or that's Butyl retired Chief Rick Harrison, in memory of Tantum, in honor of Elijah, Nolan, and Hazel. Janel Beckert, in memory of her mother. Teresa Birch, in memory of Cassie Birch. Teresa Franklin, in memory of John Franklin. Patricia and Sheila Cozine, in memory of Tony, Bill, and Karen Cozine. Kenneth Becker, in memory of Mr. and Mrs. Joyce Holston. Sanja Pezzarazzi, in memory of Shirley Marie Elder. George Owen, in memory of Bruce Broker. Sandra Oliver, in memory of Robert Baird. Carolyn Enos, in memory of Bill Nord. Susan Gannon, in memory of Ruth Thomas. Margaret Mason, in memory of husband Kenny Mason. I'm still going.
Love to hear Bill Nord's news.
Absolutely. Pamela Wexler, in memory of Emily McKay. Wakely and Mary Purple, in memory of Diane Armorod. Billy Drake, in memory of Derek Dotson. Teresa Harden, in memory of parents Mill and Lloyd Harris. Betty Moore, in memory of Jim Moore. Junior League of Louisville, in memory of Barbara Ann Kelly Clefus. Rebecca Jackson, in memory of Ron Allen. Rebecca Jackson, in memory of Jane Grasser. Karen Anderson, in memory of Sid Anderson. Mary Frank, in memory of Helen Halpin and Florence Frank. Bruce Clinard, in memory of Dorothy and Janet Clinard. George Owen Jr., a member of Bruce Broker. Diane Motch, in memory of Charlie Wimsat. Dixie Jenkins, in memory of Thelma Ruth Tunk Jenkins. And Debbie and David Chesser, in memory of Joan Weiler. All right, whew. Still on $100. Julie and Tim Waldrich, in memory of Jim Simmons. James and Deborah Chesser, in memory of Joan B. Weiler. Stephen and Mary Mazzoni, in memory of Kara Ann Mazzoli. Joyce, Christina, Lydia, Jasmine, and spouses and grandchildren, in memory of Pam Shelton. Paul M. Ankeny, in memory of Mitchell Ankeny, Carson Ankeny, and Pauline Ankeny. Paul M. Ankeny, in memory of Patty Henderson and Sherry Brown. Judy Bohannon, in memory of Kenneth S. Bohannon. Fred and Linda Davis, in memory of Emily Davis. James E. Barks, in memory of Robin Barks. Sandra and Robert Robarts, in memory of Sarah Robarts. John and Teresa Burkhart, in memory of Macy and Charlie Sharber. Norbert Rise, in memory of Helen Rise and family. From Sister, in memory of Eddie Thomas. From Sister, in memory of Jim Thomas. And Jennifer Jenkins, in memory of Tony Ames. I'm just about done here, Terry, I promise. Anonymous, in memory of Rebecca M. Burnett, who passed away in 2012. She was a huge supporter of the Crusade for Children. Judith and Stanley Werner, in memory of Stanley, Tim, and Kendra Werner. Nevada Cox, in memory of Larry Cox, a co-sheriff Shriner. Marty Cheryl, in memory of Lori Bevan, and in honor of Ryan Lovall, a Fern Creek Fire and EMS firefighter. And I am going to pass it on now to Dave Stahl.
Dave, step up, Mr. 50 years. By the way, how heavy is? Oh, that is heavy.
It is heavy.
It's heavy and hot.
Thank you, Dave.
Dave, thanks for your half century of service.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I learned a lot had a lot of camaraderie and learned a lot about firefighting and community events and things like that from everybody that was involved. I'm doing the starting out at $103. Barbara Smith donated in memory of Thelma Ruth Tunk Jenkins. $150. Angela Manuel Perez. She, in memory of Don Manuel, Don was a firefighter on Highview Fire Department, died in the line of duty. All American Windows donated in memory of Kyle Adams. Mary M. Lindell, in memory of Lewis Lindell. Robert and Carolyn Armstrong, in memory of Catherine Armstrong. Anna C. Burgess, in memory of John Sandifer, Gina and Jack Bradley. David Garnett in memory of Jim Walton Jr. The $200 donations, Gene Slusher in memory of John R. Slusher. Meredith Brothers Construction in memory of James Meredith. The good news is mine's about half the list that Rob's was.
We'll take whatever we can get.
Stephen and Marilyn Humphrey in memory of Richard Humphrey. Bill Diffenworth in memory of Debbie Diffenworth. Bill's an Oklahoma fireman, and his wife was involved in Oklahoma Fire for a long, long time. French Contracting in memory of Mary Judd. Joyce Boblet in memory of Walter and Jackie Fredericks. Linda Greenwood in memory of Greg Myers. Patricia Watson in memory of Thomas Bovair. Karen Anderson in memory of William Sid Anderson. Zelma and Steve Ward in memory of Ansel Ward and David Ward. Stephen Ward in memory of Ansel Ward and David Ward. Felicia Maynard in memory of Blanche Smith. Terry and Diana Heckel in memory of Curtis Heckel. Michelle and Tina Ray, in memory of Marty Moreau. Douglas and Dina Rechtenwald in memory of Shelley Carr. A $250 donations, Patsy and Robert Kellner in memory of Arnold and Lucy Israel. Robert and Craig Newman in memory of the granddaughter and Willow, and in honor of grandchildren Peyton, Meadow, Jesse, and Ivy. Let's see. These are still $250. Terry and Kim Sears in memory of Frank and Sally Algar. They were founding members of Butyl Fire Department. Kim's grandparents were. Ron Algar, former member of Butyl Fire Department, Kim's father. Rhonda Algar Gordon and Kim's sister. And Alice May Sears is our granddaughter. $300 donations, Barbara Raymer. Bob, in memory of Bob, Betty, and Paul Gassman. Paul and Gigi in memory of Don Reddington in honor of Lily Gracie Reddington. Brian McMillan in memory of Dorothy McMillan. Nancy Wilson in memory of Thelma Ruth Tunk Jenkins. Barbara Raymer in memory of Bob Betty and Paul Gassman. Patricia Eichler McVie in memory of John McVie. Janice and Nancy Wilson in memory of Malcolm Jenkins, a former Fern Creek major who died in the line of duty. Agnes Voles in memory of Tony Simmons, former Fern Creek firefighter. Dorothy Drury in memory of Kathy Drury, Charlotte Bogad, Jim Schaefer, and Hannah Squeeze. Rose Flam in memory of Jack Flam, $450. Gary and Victory Peters in memory of Laura Kirby. Last page. Roger L. Roloffs in memory of Scott Roloff. Edward Schmitz in memory of Teresa Newcomben, Barbara, and Earl Schmidt. Paul Clark in memory of Edith Dottie Clark. John C. Rode in memory of Marlene Rode. An anonymous donation for $700. This is for Mark McPherson from Phyllis Profumo. Thank you, Phyllis, for your kind donation in honor of Mark. We hear he was a great guy. We look forward to your continued support of the Fern Creek Fire Department and the Crusade for Children. Gary and Evelyn Hatfield in memory of Virginia Guilford and Jim Sidebottom. Kenneth and Darlene Hatcher in memory of Philip Broda. Ronald and Susan Blakely in memory for $750 in memory of Kenneth White. Ken was a auxiliary member at Fern Creek and a longtime member at Camp Taylor. So Kenneth served us well over the years. I think he had over 20 years on. Ruthie Holmberg for $1,000 in memory of Brian Lindsay. Richard Epley in memory of his wife Cheryl Epley, daughter Vicki Epley Harris, and son-in-law Don Motes. Perry and Stephen Richardson, in memory of Belinda Richardson, Chuck and Denise Barr, in memory of Betty Filburn and Diane Ormeron. Martha Byrne in memory of Richard Byrne, and who was the first chief of Fern Creek Fire Department. And then finally, donated by Mom and Dad, Justin, Ella, Lauren, Jake, Jason, Aiden, Jackson, and Danielle, and $5,000 in memory of Sergeant Kyle Adams of Fern Creek Fire and EMS.
God rest his soul. Yeah, sir. Hey, brother. This is a pretty big honor for you to get to call out this total.
Well, I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon, quite frankly. I'll continue to volunteer. I'll just be retired.
But Scott enjoyed saying this was your moment here.
Yes.
To get up here and do this.
Absolutely.
Are you ready to read a total?
So I'm ready to read a total.
Okay.
All right.
All right, everybody. For the 73rd WHAS Crusade for Children, the people that close the show for us every year, because the creek's always rising, Fern Creek is bringing to the Crusade for Children a grand total of
$225,250.
$225,250 for Fern Creek. Hi, Dawn.
Hi, Terry. The creek is rising. How
Always.
about that? And so with this donation from Fern Creek this year, their cumulative total has now surpassed $5 million.
$5 million. All right, we need to take a look at this tote board. We already knew we'd surpass last year's, but with the final total, right? No?
Is this it?
This is not it?
We're not.
All
It's
right.
just after Fern Creek. We got more to do here.
Okay.
We're not finished
Stay
yet, but our
tuned.
current total for the Crusade for Children is as follows: $6,139,244.81. Woo! Creek! Way to go, Creek! All good.
We're bringing everybody in.
Fern Creek, step forward. Come on in, folks. Come on in. Brooke, come up here.
All right, guys, I'm going to squeeze through here.
All righty, guys. Come on, load in, team. Emily, get over here. What are you doing? You're right here in the middle.
You get to be right next to your favorite host, Terry Miners.
Hey, Joe Fed.
Joe
Good to see
Fedaway,
you.
woo!
All right, we're loading people. For those of you listening on the radio, we're loading everybody into the studio. It is packed like sardines. This little studio, by the way, has had some amazing things happen in here since WHAS came on the air.
If you can, we still are looking for your donations. Call 582-7511. That's toll free, 1-888-382-7511. Your donations are secure on WHAScrusade.org. Those totals will still come in.
A lot of amazing things have happened in this room over the lifespan of WHAS TV. And, you know, some amazing, miraculous stories have been told in here, some incredible TV moments in here, but nothing more important than what goes on here every Crusade weekend.
Right. You know, it's a 24/7 effort throughout the entire year. You look at every single person in this room, and once they come into the Crusade, they do not leave.
Right. Yeah, we've seen broken hearts and soaring hearts with all kinds of amazing stories that are coming from all sectors of the community. All right, keep filling in here, guys. Come on over here.
Come on.
But people come in and they work hard on this for so many months, so many amazing ways to donate to people they don't know and don't know all their stories, but it's mind-boggling to see what happens here year after year.
220 Kentucky counties. We have southern Indiana counties involved. They are working nonstop the last few weeks. So many of them start months into the year to make this work.
All right, we're getting about as many people in here, so we're going to have a tote board total reveal.
I think the fire department might come and get us at capacity, right? You know anybody?
Luckily, we know some firefighters, that's for sure. We're ready for a new tote board. All right.
That's it.
Here is our Here is our tote board total. For the 73rd WHAS Crusade for Children, we've raised an incredible
$6,235,132.67. What an incredible weekend. Terry Miners, thank you so much.
You too, Brooke Hash. All good. A few more fireworks. Be careful where you point that. Okay. It's all good. There we go. One final burst.
It's about time we start singing.
Yeah. Let's roll America the Beautiful.
Are you ready to sing?
There we go. Let's sing. On America's 250th birthday, let's honor our nation.
And I did it.
My daughter. Happy birthday, America. This
That's right.
Crusade's one of the most amazing things that happens in this country. We're ready to sing.
All of us in America. Love your dog.
All right, 250
Yeah,
years,
okay.
73 years for the Crusade, more than $6 million raised. Don Lee.
Can you believe this? And this is this community coming together. And that's why I just love these people who've worked so hard all year long. And look what they've done. It's incredible.
And this is just a fraction, filling up their room when we're talking about it.
All right, let's sing to our country.
God bless America. Hit it.
God bless America. Land that our love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home. Good night from the WHAS Crusade for Children with a grand total of $6,235,132.67. Thank you all. Good night.